So, Batman Comics issue 200. This is a copy I've been after for a very long time, since I saw this terrific image, which I'm guessing is Neal Adams. I have no memory of this cover from when I was little. It seems this is 1968. So I was 6 when this came out. I could have had it. My sisters were still buying it for me then, but I have no memory of this cover. I have no idea what's going on underneath the cover. So today is an opening up and having a flick through. If you've never seen any of my Bat videos, or any of my videos I do on comics from my childhood, very often I'll look at one that I'll buy it blind because I need it for my collection, and we go through it because I'm interested in what the story is, what the art's like, but also what the adverts are like as well. You know, it takes me right back. I mean, I've got the Batman Chronicles and various collections of the old stories, especially the ones, you know, from the 40s and 50s, because there's no way that I can afford to buy them, and that's a great way of you know, discovering the tales, but it's just the tales, it's not the comic. You don't get all the fabulous adverts, you don't get the yellowing, you don't get that smell that you do with an actual copy. So here we go. I've been after this since I knew of this fantastic cover, but the price has always been out of my range. But this one came along and it wasn't too bad, and I didn't think I was going to actually win it. I think I got it for £20, something like that, but it looks pretty good condition. So yeah, let's go. What's really good about this is I don't know what the back cover has in store. Okay, so let's open her up when I can figure out how she opens. Oh, the tape's on the front. That's unusual. That's not something that I would necessarily do. I don't know how art safe this bag is, so I'm not going to be using it. I've got my own supply of the art safe little sleeves to put it in. All right, so here we go. 1968. What I'm going to do is I'm going to line this up for you. I'm not going to look through the lens anymore. I'm just going to look at the comic. Sometimes what you get with these, and I've just mentioned it recently on one of these that I've done, is sometimes the cover is the best thing about it. That the cover, either the artist is leagues ahead of the artist who's inside, or sometimes the image you have on the cover really doesn't bear any relation to what's happening inside. I know here this is a difference. I don't think anywhere in the story you're going to have Batman and Robin doing that. So let's see how we go. As I say, nice condition. I'll be gentle with it, and let's see what we've got. Yeah, if that is indeed Neal Adams, I don't know. Is this old Carmine? That could be Carmine Infantino, but it looks like we've got the Scarecrow to commemorate the anniversary. I mean, all these fantastic previous covers, right up until, yeah, this is the mid to late 60s Batman logo, so that's the most up-to-date one. So these are obviously chronological, but no Scarecrow on the cover, but here he is inside. We've still got that fabulous to me, classic iconic Batman logo. Okay, the man who radiated fear. Haven't seen this in any of my collections. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. Ah, it's a dummy run. Scarecrow going up against one of his goons who's dressed up as Batman. Okay, this looks interesting. I'm not going to read along to you. That's not what I do on these. I might come back with a review of it once I've read it. Actually, that's not a bad idea to have a ratings out of 10. Okay, it's Scarecrow. Not much in the way of jumping out adverts at the moment. Aurora model kits and win a real Cessna. Do you wear a real Cessna? Win one? So yeah, on comes the Scarecrow. Batman's looking a bit chunky there, isn't he? Oh, we go to them telling Alfred about it, about how the Scarecrow is a radiator of fear. Oh, this is interesting. We're having a flashback to Batman's origin. Yeah, yes, it's totally it. Oh, so this is a special, I guess, 200th anniversary. Yeah. Oh, wow. I wasn't expecting the actual origin. Yeah. Proper recreations. I'm not sure about this artist. That's not Carmine, is it? Action Comics. God, what does Supergirl look like there? So they're both scared stiff of the Scarecrow. But Alfred looks like he talks them out of it. Story continues. Okay. Oh. Ah, right. So story continues. There's the story continuing. But this is the very first page of the very first Batman. This is a proper anniversary one. I didn't think this was going to actually commemorate it to this extent. So now they're up against the Joker. Sugar and Spike. Oh no, that we're not Sugar and Spike. So oh, that's Killer Moth, isn't it? Yes. I thought he was calling him Sugar and Spike. It's like, what? So Killer Moth, Penguin, Joker, Scarecrow. We're going to get Two-Face in a minute. Back to the Scarecrow. These straws are obviously some clue from the Scarecrow to where he will appear next. But how did they get on the Joker, Penguin and Killer Moth? 2 red straws, 4 white ones, and 5 blue. That's Batman telling us to behave ourselves. Oh, it's adapted from a page that appeared in Batman #3, Fall 1940. Okay. Okay. That's nice. Oh, here he goes again. He's gone into a hall of mirrors, which magnifies the fear factor. And yes. What is this? Oh, good grief. They're tied down. They're tied to some revolvers, which by a bit of string, which goes to a rod, which goes through the trigger. Careful, Batman, don't tremble too hard. I only tied your wrists with strings, and those guns are set on a hair trigger. They'll go off if these strings are even slightly moved. Just kill the 2 of them. They're right in front of you. Oh, dear. The power of self-defense. Nice shots of the Scarecrow. Yeah. So really the 200th anniversary, or the issue 200, it is a rose gallery of villains featuring in a Scarecrow story. Look at that. I never bought the Flash when I was little. I always thought it was a bit silly, and yeah, there's one. example there. Oh, 100 toy soldiers for $1.25, packed in a Foot Locker. And then we have a pick the prize thing. What we got on the back cover? I always remember, I never seem to remember all this stuff, but it's the seeds. You sell seeds and you get points or something, and then you can get prizes. Oh, that's quite sweet. That looks like quite an entertaining little read. Should be good fun. I might come back and after I've done a few and put them in order. But without reading it, the best thing about it is that cover. And yeah, I'm really pleased with the condition of that. 20 quid for a 200th issue. Not bad at all. Okay, all right. That's whetted my appetite. So I'm going to, before long, I'm going to do other reviews, but before long, I might actually get one from actually before I'm born and maybe look at that. Yeah. All right. Okay, folks. Yeah, I'll see you next time. Well, hopefully you're still here. When I did that video that you've just watched, I made it when I only had my Mystery Models channel, and I hadn't thought of the idea of doing this channel. And as it stood then, that would have been the video that I would have put out. But I've been having to think about it, and I think what I'm going to do on this channel is do a review of Tales of the Batman. And with ones that I have never owned before or not read for a very long time, I thought it would be a two-part video. An initial opening up, having a flick through, see what's what, who the artist is, what the adverts are like, etc., and then come back after I've read it and give a little my thoughts on the tale. And I think I'm going to start a out of 10 bat rating on all the tales. All right, so this is a good anniversary issue. This is a good way of starting it. So yeah, Scarecrow mainly story. He's got a fear toxin to really make Batman fear him. It says that Larry has taken a fear radiating pill, right? I don't know if that's some sort of radiation. I don't see how, if you take a pill, you can make people fear you. But yeah, the Scarecrow goes off, finds Batman and Robin. And this is odd. I said it in the first bit. He's there. Continue on the third page following. And suddenly he's in the... Batman and Robin are back in the Batcave. You don't see him run away. I guess it's not heroic for them to run away. And Alfred says up here about how they've lost their motivational drive through this overwhelming fear. I must try to bring them out of it. And then he tells them the tale of how they became Batman and Robin. So, you know, and this is why we get... This is an odd image of Batman, don't you think? And this one. So, yeah, we've got a couple of pages for the origin of Batman. We've got one origin of Robin, okay? And, well, two, sorry. But it's brought them out of their fear, okay? I guess we'd lost sight of our original purposes. We're grateful to you for reminding us. So it brings them out of their fear. And off we go. And this is where we get the guest appearance. This is really worthy of the TV series because they're looking for the Scarecrow. They stumble across the Joker. They nab the Joker. And on him, he's got the Scarecrow's calling cards. All right, 2 red straws. Then they bump into Killer Moth, nab him, and on his boots, he's got 4 white straws. Then they encounter the Penguin, who goes to fire his umbrella weapon, and there's 5 blue straws come out. And yeah, Batman surmises their clues. The Scarecrow knows that he's going to work out what the clues are. right? This is one of these silly little convoluted things. It's like, well, just tell him where you are. You don't need to go through all this. But anyway, yeah, Batman works it out. We have them, unfortunately, losing their minds again because there's multiple mirror images of the Scarecrow, and yeah, they pass out yet again. And yeah, this I thought it was kind of ridiculous, you know, that they're sat there with all these revolvers with wires connecting to them, and it's like, just shoot them. Well, no. That's there for the reason that it jolts Batman and Robin out of their fear, because Batman says, that gun, like the gun that killed my parents, Alfred is right. I vow to capture lawbreakers for the rest of my life. Must get out of this. Robin, these strings, like the trapeze wires that killed my parents, that my parents were killed on. Alfred's right. I've got to overcome this fear, capture criminals. And yeah, their fear is overcome, and they are all captured. Right? Oh, the Scarecrow. The Scarecrow. Did I say at the beginning? Yeah, the Scarecrow's scared by his Larry, his accomplice, dressed up as Batman. Well, it happens to the Scarecrow at the end because Batman uses the same words Larry does at the beginning. So yeah, that sets him off. And then yeah, So TV series talking about the straws were the clues. The red, white and blue colours suggested the colours of the flag, and the numbers gave us the address, 245 Flag Street. They were a double clue. The numbers 2 and 4 also gave us the date, February the 4th, while the 5 meant the time 5 o'clock. Yeah, so wrapping up then, fantastic cover. I think this might be Neil Adams's very first Batman cover, and it is fantastic. But the story inside is really quite naff. Even the artwork's not that good. Bat rating, if a 10 is the best one I've ever read, if a 5 is average, this has got to be a 2. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this look at it. Thanks for coming back to the channel. If you've already seen my first video, this is the second one. I've got more planned. It won't be just looking at comics, but there was going to be all sort of Bat paraphernalia and collectibles and stuff like that. So please stay tuned. Down below, I'll put the link to the Facebook page, which existed before this channel did. And what I'm going to do, every time I put up a video, I'll put a photo album on the Facebook page of selected panels, so you can have a look at them again. All right. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching. See you next time.